Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today it's another Friday. Anyways, so I have like a whole box of finished ryes that I want to review, and I was trying to figure out how to divide them up. So today is a blind of the port and sherry finished ryes. That's what we're talking about here. So let's get right into it on the nosins. So A, ooh, that smells candy sweet. So it's like bright cherry, and then it turned like a kind of like a hayish note. B on the nose. Ooh, this one's definitely more hay, much stronger. Like this was like a little bit of hay. This is hay. Hey. Lord. Robitussin? That's that like grapey like cough medicine, right? If that is, that's what I'm getting. Robitussin. Well, that's a unique nose. Hay and Robitussin. C on the nose. Okay, this one's hay too. Let me see how it compares to B again. Yeah, it's similar. B and C are similar. I don't get that Robitussin note though. It's like a spicy hay. I don't know. Well, it could be hay, and they are ryes. It could be a rye spice, going back and forth. Because now I think that note might be clove that I'm getting, and I'm trying to see if I got it on B, but it's more prevalent on C. So D on the nose, very light. Let me try to coat all of the inside of the Glen. That's definitely a rye with like the pine notes, but it's light. But it's very herbal, not herbal. Or herbal, I don't know. People corrected me on my herbal note. Said hard H. Sons of guns. Yeah. This one's like the most rye forward. Yep. Hay. More hay. All right. On to the palates on A. This one confused the heck out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if it was too complex or not complex at all. I wrote bright cherry and dark chocolate on the palate. Nothing on the finish. There's definitely something on the finish. It was the longest finish, but I don't know if I was getting different notes or they're all the same notes. My brain just could not handle that first sip. First sip of the day, so let's go back into it. So A is very good. It might not be the most complex, but it tastes very good. I got more raisiny, plummy, dark chocolate on the finish. To me, it's very dark chocolate, sweet. I'm pretty sure dark chocolate is usually bitter, but I almost wrote brown sugar for the sweetness, but I think it's like the chocolatey note that I'm getting. Third sip. Okay, so on the palate, red apples, I'm not getting a lot of rye notes, and these are all ryes. It's weird because I'm not writing a lot of notes, but it feels complex. Another thing that's knocking it is that it's not a very long finish, like a medium finish. I do like it. I don't know if it's coming off like I don't like it, because I feel like what I'm saying, it doesn't translate to me liking it, but it is pretty good. So, okay, B on the palate. Still that hay note on the nose. B's pretty good. Hay note and Robitussin note turned into like a purple Jolly Rancher, some dark chocolate, and finish some bright cherry, some more dark chocolate. Pretty good. Second sip. Nothing new. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I know the hay note may throw people off, but that's a good note in this combination of flavors. So after the third sip, because again, I didn't get a lot of rye spice. I was kind of specifically looking for the rye spice. And what I realized on the third sip is that the rye spice was basically taking over my entire mouth. That's good. I like that one too. That's good. It's good to like the bottles you own. C on the palate. Never gonna give that a second sip. There's a lot of wood and rye spice. That would try to kill me. I'll give it another sip now. Alright, so on the palate, some dark cherry. On the finish, some raisins and plums. More of that rye spice. There's this wood note in there, I'm guessing it's oak, but it doesn't taste like oak like on other things. It's a distinct, different type of wood note. So one thing all three of these have in common, I just wrote dark chocolate. And it's a long finish. It does go for a while. Also good. It's just this one is just different. They're all three are different. So I'm not gonna try to say this one's different than these two, but I like them all in different ways, I guess. They're all unique. So D on the palate. Interesting. So this one started off so promising. Butter pecan. Pecan? How do you say it? And then it was like a couple notes I didn't really like, and I was trying to figure out which note it was. And then another note that I didn't like too much came in. And then it kind of just, the finish wasn't very long. So let me give it a second sip and see what I can do. It definitely was my least favorite off the first sip, but first sip could be misleading. All right, that second sip was much better. The butter pecan, again, that note in the right away when you put it in your mouth, so good. Butter pecan, raisins, plums, bright cherry. On the finish, I wrote a slight Jolly Rancher, then rich oak, and that Jolly Rancher came back, so I crossed out the slight. So red Jolly Rancher and rich oak on the finish. Third sip. Okay, it's most of the same stuff. The one thing I wrote, and I wrote slight Sharpie note, slight Sharpie note on the palate, and that's not exactly my favorite note. So if all four, that's only really a bad note I wrote. I'll take a pause, come back, drink some water, A, B this stuff, and I'll come back with some scores. Just a little bit. Hey, I'm back, and these are the 4 bottles. You guys already knew because I put little pictures for you guys. But let's go over them. So I changed my scores a lot, actually going back and forth. All the glasses are empty behind this wall of tall bottles. So let's go with my last place. And all of these were good, but last place was the Arctic Spirits, the Evernorth Arctic Spirits. Cool label. If you guys don't know, this is Bourbon Junkies. They're one of the main whiskey tubers out there. They have their own distillery, Evernorth. They're sourcing everything. So this one's a 6-year rye distilled by Sagamore out of Maryland, distilled by MGP in Indiana. It's a combination. Let me actually read this correctly. So it's aged 6-year rye, Sagamore, mash bill 52 rye, 43 corn, 5% malted barley, and an 8-year rye out of MGP 95 rye, 5 malted barley. 95 rye. 95.5. Very common MGP mash bill for rye. This came in at 58% alcohol, finished in tawny and ruby port barrels. And they have really cool labels. I like their labels a lot. They did a lot of effort into that. So, and this is $100 that I paid plus ship. So I scored that a 3.25. Then in third place, the New Riff Sherry or malted rye in sherry finish, barrel proof. What does it say on the bottom here? 6-year-old, 100% malted rye, finished in Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez sherry cask. So that's the back of it. And from what I saw online, it's around $70 MSRP. So that's that. And I scored that a 3.5. So this is the one I got the most new notes on. And by new, a lot. It's a couple. This is the spiciest, the most rye spice forward one out of the 4, and cinnamon. But I think that rye spice note that I'm getting on this one might be the malted rye part of it. And I'll have to look to see if I have other malted ryes, but this is very unique. I don't know if it's right up my alley, but I still scored a 3.5. It's good. I liked all of these, but they're all individually unique from each other. So then it came down to these two. I actually had this one winning for a little bit, and then at the end, this one pulled it off. So I was literally just going back and forth to see which one I liked better. And so in second place, the Midwinter's Night Dram. This one's the Act 10 Scene 2. And the problem with these are they're too expensive. They used to be a lot cheaper. Now their MSRP is like $150, and that's just nuts. And the proof on them, 49.3. So it's lower proof, high price. You know, $150 for this is not cheap. A lot of people aren't buying them anymore. I see them on shelves a lot more than I used to. But I scored this a 3.75. And my winner, the Magi Blended Rye, I gave this a 3.85. And this is, I'll read the back to you, a unique blend of equal parts 6-year MGP rye whiskey, 95.5, and 21-year Palliser rye whiskey finished in port and sherry cask. And that is from Canada, the Palliser rye whiskey, which Canada is known for ryes for sure, if you aren't aware. This is 53.5%. And from what I saw online, I forgot what I actually paid for this, but it's around $100. So that is a review on some port and sherry finished ryes. Giveaway. I remembered. Oh, Jesus. So to enter a giveaway for 2-ounce samples of all 4 of these, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with the hashtag RYEs. RYEs, port and sherry. So if you guys have these, let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's other port and sherry, better port and sherry finished ryes out there. You know, I'm always buying new stuff. So, but these are all good. None of them were bad. So I'm happy with these. I think that's it. So don't do nothing stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.